Sit. What? Piggy. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. He's a happy girl. He's a happy girl. Are you happy? Are you happy? Yeah. Oh my god, this might be easy. Alright, that's enough because I'm getting. Stand straight. Rosie. Ready? Is that yummy? Show me your face. Is that yum, darling? Hey. Good girl. Yay. Are you going by Dad? Bye. Come on. Let's go. Are you having fun walking? Where are you going? Come here. Rosie, say mama.
Mama.
Dada.
Dada. Mama.
Mama. Dada.
Dada.
Yay!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rosie-Lee. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Blow! Hooray! Blow! Blow! Blow!
What's going on, everybody?
Welcome back to our channel.
Today's gonna be a story time video. We're gonna be talking about our labour experience for our firstborn daughter, Rosie-Lee.
Yeah, so as you can tell, it's quite tricky to film while both kids are sleeping because it literally never ever happens.
I'm sleeping.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways.
Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so I was 17 years old when I felt pregnant. It was 2 weeks before I was 18. One was already 8. I felt really funny. So we decided to get a pregnancy test, and you know, I'm 17 years old and I'm thinking, this is crazy, I'm going to get a pregnancy test. But I got the pregnancy test thinking, nah, it's all good, I'm all sweet, I'm not pregnant. Like, there is no chance I can be pregnant.
Did you tell me you were getting a test, or?
I don't think so. I just went
You
out
just
and
went and
bought
got
it,
it,
yeah.
yeah.
And then Juan, because he's a snoop, found it. He's
Did
like,
you take it
"What's
without
this?"
me knowing?
Yeah, I
don't
took it
remember.
without you.
And you just showed me the result?
Yep. So I took the test, and then I said, Joanne, look at this, can you see a line? And I swear to God, there was like a faint line, and Joanne was like, no, it's in your head, you're not pregnant,
I was out
you're
sort
crazy.
of, yeah, disbelief kind of thing.
No, you didn't even believe it. You were just like, Mina, you're not pregnant, you're just seeing things.
Because it was
pretty
like,
much.
it was just a
It was like
faded line.
really,
like,
really faint.
there's only one line, and that means not pregnant, so...
So we didn't think much of it, and then another week went by, another week, and I was like, I feel strange, like, I think I need to get a pregnancy test. And I kept saying that to Juan, and he goes, oh, like, whatever, we'll just go get one. So we went down and just got another one where it's just, you can tell the 2 lines. And what do you know, I'm pregnant. I will never forget your face. And when you saw that, you're like, his face went white. Just to, like, I knew my body and I knew I was pregnant. So yeah, and then we took another one just to make it 100% that I'm pregnant, like the clear blue ones, and it said pregnant instantly, and it said I was about 4 to 8 weeks. So then it was the fun part. It was time to tell the family. We waited a week for it to process. We just wanted to deal with it, and then once we got over the scare, within like 5 minutes we're like, holy shit, we're having a baby. We were so happy. But it was just, the scary part was obviously telling our family. So Mother's Day was around the corner, so we thought, oh, what perfect time to tell everyone the news. So Joanne told his mum.
So yeah, I was sitting at the table with my mum. We're at the table, or we're outside, and I just literally just said, "Mum." She's like, "What?" I was like, "I got something to tell you." She said, "What?" And I was like, "Mina's pregnant." And then yeah, like, what happened after that?
It was all good. Like, she was real happy.
Yeah, she was happy and all that. Gave me a hug. Excited. And what about you?
So I started crying because I was like, it was kind of a sad thing because I was like, I didn't want my family to be disappointed, so I was just upset just to say it. Like, I was happy that I was having a baby because it is the biggest blessing, but I just didn't want to disappoint my family. So I told my mum, and she was like, everything's gonna be fine. It was like a minute silence when I first told her, but then after that she told me everything's gonna be okay, we'll get through this. She had me really young too. She had me not as young as me, having Rosie-Lee, but she had me about at 19, and your mum had you young too.
Your mum was 18.
There you go. He knows more than me.
Yeah, my mum was 17 when she had me, so.
Yeah. So yeah, we both have young mums. So yeah, they were just real supportive. The person I was really scared to tell was someone real close to me, which was my grandpa. Telling him was the most scariest thing in the whole world. So
we didn't tell him.
We didn't tell him.
Our mums did.
Yeah, we were little chickens, and we just waited in the dining table, and his room was at the end, and they went in and closed the door, and they had a good old chat with him, told him the news.
I was standing at the door with my hand on the bloody handle, ready to run, honestly.
He was like, I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm gonna run, Mina. I don't know where I'm gonna run, but I'm gonna freaking run. And I was like, this guy is so crazy.
Also.
Yeah, anyway, so once everyone found out the news that I was pregnant and stuff, like, everyone was so excited. Even my grandpa, like, he was like, another grandchild, like, he was happy. And I did not expect that. I thought everyone would be disappointed in us in a way, but no, like, I remember your mum coming over, because you guys went out for breakfast, and then you guys came over later on, and we all sat down at the table.
That night, yeah.
And then we're like, oh, I can't believe I'm going to be, they're like, I can't believe I'm going to be a grandma, blah, blah, blah. And I just thought, holy shit, like, I'm going to have a baby. Like, it really started to hit us, eh? Like, I was only, at that point, I would have only been around 7 weeks. Yeah, so really early, isn't it? But nah, yeah, it was real cool. I remember sitting around the dining table and just, we were talking about our new family, like Rosie-Lee coming into this world. So a week went on, and you know, we were so happy. We processed the news, we told our family, so it was time to find a doctor. So I really wanted to stick with one doctor, which I did my whole entire pregnancy, and it was good because I didn't have to go back and explain my whole story and yada yada yada. So it was really good just to have that one doctor. Yeah, and so pretty much my pregnancy was really good. Like, I had a bit of morning sickness at the beginning.
It wasn't even morning sickness, that night. It was about, for about 2 weeks.
It wasn't that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was for about 2 weeks. Every now and then, but I was really lucky, so I had a really easy pregnancy. Yeah, ultrasounds were always good. She was always growing. I think at the end she was real big, like they said she was like above average.
Yeah.
Which
her head was.
Her what?
Head.
Yeah, I remember seeing her on the ultrasound once, and her head was huge. I was like, oh my god, it's really big, but they said no, it's just like that's how the babies look. So yeah, but every ultrasound we went to, she was really, really healthy, and I had never had an issue pretty much. So fast forward
like 8 months. December 9th, 2016.
Yeah.
This was the day, you know, it was just an ordinary day really, and we had a general checkup with the GP.
Yeah, we had a general checkup, and a week before that, even a week and a bit before, I noticed my hands, like they were really, really swollen, even my feet.
Everything was all swollen, so...
It was like really, like Juwan would massage my feet and I'd tell him no, just stop, because it hurt. Like my body got to that point of, it just got, I felt so big that, yeah, even Juwan helping me massage me, and it just didn't help. So yeah, I went to the doctors, and she was pretty much suspected I had preeclampsia. So from that point on, I got sent straight to the hospital. Juwan told because we lived with his mum then, so he called his mum and he's like, can you bring us, we had all our hospital bags packed, didn't we? Everything was ready. I was so organised.
It was a half an hour drive away, so we're in, you know, halfway or what?
Halfway from the half an hour away from the hospital.
Yeah, so we called my mum, told her to bring all our bags because we couldn't go home. We had to go straight to the hospital because she thought we were going to have the baby on that day. That's what the doctor was saying. Yeah, because I just wanted to get baby out because, yeah, it was just too much fluid. So when we basically got to the hospital, what was it? It was basically, it was like hours. It was monitoring for the next probably 3-4 hours or to a night time. It was lots of monitoring, and so pretty much the kind of birthing experience I wanted and I hoped for was a natural birth with no drugs. Was I wrong? Or was I wrong? 100%. You didn't want an epidural. You didn't want gas.
Nothing.
You wanted everything natural.
I did. And if I was to ever, with Maria, I learned I am not making a birth plan, because you just kind of, for me, I set it up myself for disappointment. So at least now I know when I go into labour, there is no birth plan. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Whatever will go, will go. I'm just going to leave it up to the doctors, up to everything, because
you can't plan it. Like, anything can happen in labour, honestly.
Exactly. Yeah, so that was pretty much my plan, was to go all natural and all that. So I got to the hospital, got monitored for a good couple hours, and then they were pretty much telling me, look, you can go home. And then they were just waiting for the last bit of urine test, and they said, they stopped us before we went, and they're like, look, we need to induce you tonight.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere.
You're not going home. Yeah.
You're being induced, and you'll probably have your baby by tonight or tomorrow morning. You'll probably
tomorrow afternoon you'll have your baby. And I was like, wait, what? And they're like, we need to induce you because there's too much fluid and you have preeclampsia, because they took a urine sample and there was protein in it. So yeah, from that point on they were like, nah, you're not going anywhere, you're getting induced. So off I went into a room, and then we got the great news, you couldn't stay.
Yeah.
So I had to do this all on my own, like my first baby, and I was kind of like, you know, it's all new, and I kept asking, like, I was like, are you sure he can't stay? Like, this is my first baby, like, I'm real scared. And
then everyone had to have a shower, so it literally took a half an hour for everyone to get in the car, and I was stressing out. I just wanted to get to the hospital as soon as possible, but we got there in the end. Mina was like, what was happening? You were just leaving the room.
Yeah, like they just made it because I was getting transferred to the labour suite. So literally the moment they came in, they're like, yeah, she's leaving this room. So yeah, I got transferred to the labour and birthing suite. I was in there.
Yeah, birthing suite.
Yeah. And then they gave me, because it was going quite slow.
I was so upset I couldn't stay. I had to go back. Lucky I stayed at her grandpa's house.
He lives like 5 minutes
Yeah,
away from the
5
hospital.
minutes from the hospital. So we stayed there that
Yous all
night.
stayed there. Your mum, you,
Yeah.
my mum, yous all
'Cause
stayed together.
she wanted everyone, or basically
Yeah.
just.
So I wanted in the room when I gave birth. All I wanted was my mum, my partner's mum, my partner Joanne's mum, and obviously Joanne. Those were the only people I wanted in the room when I was giving birth. That's the only people I feel comfortable with being in the room. And they were like, throughout the whole labour, they were both so supportive. Like your mum, my mum, they were awesome throughout it. They were really good. So
basically, when we went home that night, I got no sleep at all. All I was thinking about was, you know, I'm gonna be a father tomorrow, and I was thinking about Mina, is she okay, and all this stuff. What was happening when you were that night? Like what?
yeah, so pretty much when Joanne went home, they put up the gel, and that was to try and bring on labour. And I wouldn't say I got no sleep, but I was getting like little bits of period pains. And then yeah, around maybe 5 o'clock, they could see on the monitor I was getting little contraction, and they were like, look, we're going to move you to the birthing suite, you might want to bring your partner down. And I was like, I might, of course, like I'm not doing this alone.
So I got about a half an hour sleep that night, honestly, probably. And then you called me 6 in the morning saying like, Joanne, you have to come now. So I just wanted to leave ASAP, to get in the car, but our mums were coming, so they took forever. Everyone had to have a shower, probably half an hour, and I was extremely stressed. Like, I just wanted to leave.
To get to the hospital. Yeah, I don't like. So they got up to the hospital, and I think you didn't even park the car. Like you jumped out, and your mum parked the car. Like you just like, I need to get out of this car. So
as soon as I got there, basically.
Yeah, so he walked in, and they were moving me to the birthing suite. So I got pretty much transferred to the birthing suite like instantly. And that was around 7 a.m. So before they started putting any stuff into me, they checked me, and I was 2 centimeters at that point. When I went in at 7 a.m. I was about 2 centimeters. And bloody oath did it start my labour. Yeah, it was really intense. Because they did it, what did they do? They did a pretty good dosage straight away. Like they didn't gradually.
So the inducing process basically started like, was it 6, 7 in the morning when they first broke
6.
your water thing?
Oh yeah, they did. So they came in, they broke my waters, and then they were like, we're going to do the drip now. So they did the drip. Breaking the waters, it did not hurt me at all. It was completely fine. Yeah, the thing that was painful for me was when they were going up and seeing how far you were dilated. That for me was really painful. Yeah, it was just intense. Every time they came in to check me, because we had my mum and my mother-in-law in there, they would leave the room because I was like, because it was my first baby, I was like, I don't want anyone to see, like, just get out, give me my privacy. But then once it hits a certain point where you just don't give a shit.
Yeah, basically. You didn't care, like,
who was there. Yeah, I literally, there reaches a part in labour where I don't care who's around, who sees what. It's just I needed to focus on getting through each contraction because they were getting stronger and stronger and just fast. Like I felt like I was having no breaks. Like they would just keep coming and coming and coming. So then at that point I decided to get the epidural. Were you there for the epidural?
Yeah.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. See, like, I just didn't even know who was around me anymore because it's that intense.
So what they were doing, they were upping the dosage of the drip every half an hour, which, you know, that's when the pain started becoming much more vigorous. And
I just stopped. Yeah, luckily my makeup was done. But I stopped. Yeah, it got really bad. I stopped taking the gas because it wasn't
That's when you decided you wanted epidural.
Yeah. The gas wasn't doing nothing for me, and I was like, just give me the epidural. I think I was about 4 hours into labour at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 4 hours into labour. And then, yeah, not long after that, I got the epidural in.
She basically just started with the gas throughout the entire thing. She was actually coping like really well just with the gas. She was like full on doing makeup in the labour and everything. We'll into that clip now. And anyways, yeah, and then when was it? The pain was just getting really bad, so you just wanted the epidural.
Yeah, I I didn't give up, but I was like, I'm ready to have some pain relief because it was just too strong. So yeah, I got the epidural done. Joanne was in the room. I didn't know that. And I remember getting it done, and I didn't even feel it because the only thing I could think about was the contractions. Like, getting the epidural in was, I didn't feel nothing. Yeah, it was sweet as. But that's kind of where things went downhill for us.
So when she had the epidural, she basically went to sleep. Now everyone left the room. Our parents left. They went to get something to eat. I was sitting there. Mina was sleeping, snoring because it was exhausting. But she was sleeping for about 5 minutes, and then she just randomly woke up screaming in immense pain. I don't know what happened. The epidural didn't work. I don't know what was it. Just
no, it's just, I don't even know what happened. I just remember waking up and I just couldn't, like, the pain just kept, like, it was bugging me, but then it just kept bugging and bugging. And then I remember her saying, alright, we're going to check you. So they checked me, and I was about 4 centimeters dilated, and I was just being, because it was like, what time?
This was literally about 6 hours into labor.
Yeah, it was like, it was crap, because I was like 4 centimeters, like, this has been going on for ages, and just to be at 4 centimeters, it was really discouraging. So anyways, they was just like, oh, we'll be fine, I'll be fine, blah blah blah. And then they noticed her heart rate dropping like a big amount.
Yeah.
So then they said to me, it's time to go in for a cesarean. And at that point I was just like, take me in, like, do whatever's best, get her out as fast as you can, whatever you need to do, just do it. So at this point, they pretty much told me, look, we need to take you in for an emergency cesarean. Your baby's heart rate is dropping. You need to get into theatre now. So away into theatre we went.
At this point in time, we were like 18, first child, really young. The emotions in the room was,
Yeah, like I remember, them telling me I was going in for a cesarean, and because the pain was so strong, like, it wasn't even I was getting a break through the contractions, it was just coming, hitting me. Like, and I was just screaming, and I could feel drops of water on my face. And
I was hysterical.
Like, yeah, he was obviously, he's young.
Over emotional, man. Like, when you're that young and you're having your first child, and like,
and you've never ever seen me in pain like that.
I've never seen her in that much pain. As a partner, you don't want to see your partner in pain at all. And literally when you're a partner, you don't want her to have pain, and you can't do anything about it, but it's literally all in the doctor's hands. It's so shit, you can't do anything. I'm just sitting there trying to have support, but it's hard because the pain was just,
it was really bad.
She was screaming. Screaming for help from everyone. Just, it wasn't working, was it?
No, it was, it got like real bad. So we're young, and I was at that time. I was hysterical. I was crying. I was like, what can I do? And it was just, please help me, Joanna. I'm like, oh my god, I was bawling. And dead, man. Anyway, you can't do anything really. All you have to do as a partner is just, keep reminding them that you're there for every step. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and that's all. Like, I just held on to Joanne, and they were like, alright, it's time to go into theatre. So we went into theatre, and he had to wait outside, didn't you? You weren't allowed in the room for the...
Oh, when they were pushing you to sit down.
And didn't you say it felt like ages?
Oh my god, yeah. So when she went into the theatre room, basically you have to, as a partner, you have to wait. And it literally felt like half an hour I was standing out there. I was like, just let me in. And when they finally said, like, open the doors, let me in.
So I got the spinal tap at this point, and let me tell you, it was the best thing ever. Like, they put it in my back, and instantly the pain was just slowly going away. And then to the point where they're like, can you feel us doing this and that? And I said, no. Like, I don't feel nothing. I was sweet as.
At that time I was in the room with you, sitting there. And it was about 5 minutes. 5 minutes of, you know, just laying there, and then Rosie-Lee was there, you know?
Yeah, I remember just seeing her little feet. Like, I didn't even see her face first. I saw her little feet come out, and then I saw her.
And I was the first one to hold her. And
yeah, and I remember her
umbilical cord.
Yeah, I remember Joanne holding her, and I remember just looking at her like, I cannot believe this is my baby.
We got no footage because...
I know, because it was just so rushed.
It was so many things that there was... We couldn't do anything. You were just rushing to theatre, so...
We didn't bring the camera and some stuff, but we got a few photos of...
After.
So that was our labour and delivery.
So, to the men out there who's about to have their firstborn child, seriously, respect your woman, man. Honestly, like...
Tell him to take his own advice.
Women, they are literally like the strongest out there when they're in labour. Like, oh my god, what is it like?
Yeah.
The sacrifice they for you, man. They're so strong.
So that was our story of our labour experience with our firstborn. We'll be definitely doing one for Maria. It was a whole different experience.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll film that real soon. But yeah.
Stay tuned for that.
We hope you enjoyed this. I think it's time to wrap it up because someone's getting grumpy. So yeah, so pretty much. Here, shush.
Wait for the stupid...
That's not her, that's a fucking toy.
Take that stupid move shit from her. I'm getting blush.
You're getting blush, you mean flush.
Flush, whatever. It's freaking hot in this room.
Alright, so we went in and we went to just... Okay, so we went in.
Fuck, I'm gonna break that toy, honestly. Right, that's done, go.
It's gonna start again.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so we pretty much...
Fucking shit. That's going outside. Shut the fuck up, you stupid pal. So. What's going on, everybody?
Alright, so we just went to the closest chemist warehouse to us and we picked up 2 tests.
Alright.
John.
Fucking flush. Go.
So we pretty much will.
Why are you laughing, man? You're making me laugh.
Alright, so our delivery and labour... Oh.
Don't just keep looking down at it.
So our labour started... yeah, so we got pretty much sent to the hospital straight after my appointment. Like my... Oh my god. Alright, so we got...
Bloopers.
Oh my god. What is your shit?
You're not funny!
Okay. Oh my god, my book.
Make sure you look in here though, okay? Yep. You're so shit.
Alright, so we'll... Alright, so that's it from us. We hope you enjoyed this. Might have been all over the place, but yeah, it was just something we wanted to film and have. So yeah, until we see you again.
Peace.